Hey Flosstube, it's Veronica with Night Stitch, and I almost forgot how to start these videos. It's Thursday, March 20th, so I'm here with another Flosstube update. It's 2025, I suppose I should say, since these videos will go up and they'll be up for ever because nothing gets deleted on the internet, so I should probably say the year because yeah. Anyway, rambling. First project I have this video is my Mill Hill kit, bacon and eggs. It's from the Spring Bouquet collection, and I finished it. I did it on the 14 count paper that it came with, and I beaded everything. I used invisible thread, and I'm going to show you a close-up of the beads, but this is what it looks like just straight on, because I have this macro lens from my phone, so I have to hold it really close to the project or it won't show, like it'll be blurry. So I'm showing this to you like this first, and then I'll show you the beads up close in the little clip here. These are the beads up close. This is the toast and jam. That's the treasure. This is the bacon. Those blue beads there are stitches that I forgot to put in, so I decided I would just use beads. This is the bottom of the pattern. And then this is the fried egg. Apologies, I forgot to put something behind the Mill Hill kit. So, this was 36 high by 36 wide. It is 1,020 stitches total, beading plus stitching. And I finished it on March 19th, 2025. I started it on January 22nd, 2025. And I worked on it for 2 days in March. Hang on, I have to scroll. Okay, so I worked on it a total of 9 days, like in all from start to finish. And yeah. This pattern is Fall Sweet Fall by the Calico Confectionery. I'm doing it on Elpis by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And I worked on it today, and I put in 37 stitches. I put in where the green is. I extended it to the right a little bit more. This is 75 high by 86 wide. So I probably should have put it on half of this fabric so I could use the other half for something else, but oh well. It has 6,450 stitches total. I have put in 564 stitches so far, It's at 8.74% done, and it has 5,886 stitches left. This is Christmas in London by Mirabilia. I am using Starburst by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. That's the whole thing. And I worked on the top there, all those threads going up the purple here, up there. So this has, or it's 297 high by 220 wide. It has 65,340 stitches total. I worked on it today. I put in 43 stitches. It has 1,583 stitches done. It's at 2.42% and it has 63,757 stitches left. Since I started calculating things, I'm sure there's more in there because I started that long before I started tracking anything. This is my skyline temperature chart by Zara Design Studio. I'm doing it on Molten Magic by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And I added March down here. These three little things are for March. So, from the last time I showed you, so this is 205 wide by 205 high. It's got 42,025 stitches left in it total. I put in 590 stitches since the last time you saw it. It has 3,558 stitches done in it. It's at 8.47% and it has 38,467 stitches left. And I don't think I recorded the temperature for yesterday yet. But I've recorded down to there and then I did the first three. And I think I'm gonna, my phone has the previous day's temperature still on it, so I will take yesterday's temperature when I put today's on there. So I'm not worried about that. This is a new start. I started Stanley because I wanted to try diagonal stitching, and this is a small pattern. It's only 5 by 7 when it's done on 14 count. I'm doing it on 25 count because I want to see if it is less pixelated. Oh, that's by Ellen Shinderman, and it's out of the Heroes and Villains X Stitch magazine by Mr. X Stitch. And I'm doing it on this fabric that I did the Flosstube extra for. And I started in the top left corner. And I tried doing diagonal this way. And it's a paper pattern, so I don't know that I marked it off exactly as a diagonal, but I'm kind of going that way. So I'm gonna see how far I get. I want to try to do it all in diagonal just because it is small. Oh. I have information on this sheet of paper. Give me a minute. So it's 106 wide by 70 high. If I do some fast math here, I can tell you the total stitch count is 7,950 stitches. So I figured it's small enough. I can try the diagonal. If I hate it, the project will be over soon anyway, because it's only 7,000 stitches. So that is what I decided. I started it on March 19th. And I put in 185 stitches. So that means that it is 2.33% done. And I have 7,765 stitches left. I think the colors look really good on the fabric. I'm happy. Oh, and I watched Jen the Caffeinated Crafter's diagonal tutorial, so thank you for that tutorial, Jen. That was useful. Okay, I'm just going to show this because my Q snap is really big and I'm afraid it's going to fall down and make a huge crash. So, Arctic Animals Stitch Along by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I am working on clue number 11, which is the lettering and the border, and then I'll be finished. I put in this entire line of petite treasure braid, and then I did some of the letters, and then I started down in the border. So this is the last clue, so I've technically completed staying caught up with the clue, but they have a contest. If you finish it before a certain date, you can post the picture on their group site, and then they'll give you like a drawing. You'll be entered into a drawing for a gift card, so I'm gonna try for that. I've been doing it every time with the previous clues because they have, like, if you finish the clue before the next clue comes out, you can post it and they'll give you a chance to enter a drawing for a gift card. But the last one is going to be, I think, April something. So that's my goal, to finish it by then so I can post a photo. Okay, I have Wine and Desserts by Soda Stitch. Sorry about the flash of light there. This is done on Jadeite by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And this time I decided that I wanted to get some of that border done at the top. So I worked up here and I filled in a lot of this red. I had one side kind of done, so I just extended it to the other side so that it's all the way over now. It's a lot of fill-in, so I kind of stopped for a while because I'm not the hugest fan of block color stitching, which is why I kind of went all over the place on this. But I figured I needed to, I wanted to feel like I had done something substantial, so I started to fill in a little bit. So oh, I didn't tell you any stats for Arctic animals. Let's back up for a minute, because I have them on here, I just forgot. Okay, so I started Clue 11 on March 13th, and I put in 267 stitches. It is 166 high by 126 wide, and it's 20,916 stitches. Last time I showed you it had 13,424 stitches, and now it has 13,691. Last time it had 64.18% complete, and it had 7,492 stitches left. Now it's at 65.46% done, and it has 7,225 stitches left. Okay, wine and desserts. If I can find it on my list, because I have a lot of things on here. Sometimes I scroll too fast and I miss the thing completely. So 103 high by 204 wide. It has 21,012 stitches total. I put in 349 stitches. It has 1,472 stitches added on to since I last showed you. It's at 7.01% more added onto it from when I started calculating things, and it has 19,540 stitches left. So I set a goal for this to finish the border at the top of the right hand side, which is this. Which I'm still working on. So it's this here, it says cheese and seafood, and then it has like little lacy thing at the bottom, and then some little dots at the top, and then the stitching, the back stitching, I mean, for the words. I'll probably change the font because I don't quite like the font on it. This one is Post-Nap. This is a small pattern by Spruce Craft Co. I'm doing this on Singing in the Rain by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And this one is just this is one of those patterns I want to get off my pattern list because it's small and easy to stitch. So I worked on it for 2 days, and I put in 202 stitches. It's 70 high by 70 wide. It has 4,900 stitches total. Last time I showed you it was only 60 stitches done, and it was at 1.22%, and it had 4,840 stitches left. Now it's at 5.35%. It has 262 stitches in it, and it has 4,638 stitches left. So I added the red and then the white and then the gray. This is a new start. I'm doing this on Chai Love You by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. This is a bookmark. It's called Well Balanced Life. It's by Rogue Stitchery, and it's 105 high by 34 wide. It has 3,570 stitches total. It started it on March 17th, and it has 212 stitches in it, and it's at 5.94%, and it has 3,358 stitches. So I need to finish this month because I decided I was gonna give this away at the crafting retreat, and I'm going to the crafting retreat in April. So the first week of April, it's like April 2nd through the 8th. So it's not an official cross-stitching retreat. It's more of a yarn quilters retreat, but they call it a crafting retreat, so you can bring whatever craft you want. But I go and see my aunt in Wisconsin when I go to this, and so I thought and there's a gift exchange. I've talked about it before on my channel if you've watched my previous videos from like years before. But you make a homemade gift and then you give it away at the gift exchange, and so this is going to be my homemade gift. So I need to finish it before then, and that's why I picked the bookmark, because it was like really easy to do. So I'm going to keep it out so I can work on it. This next one is one of my Whip Go projects. This is Epic Storybook Princesses by Clouds Factory. I worked on it, but I didn't finish the Whip Go goal yet. I'm doing this on Peacock by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. It's 397 high by 647 wide. It has a goal to put 500 stitches in it. The total amount of stitches is 256,859. This is a bedsheet fabric. I'm trying to see if I can back up. So I added Nakoma, who is Pocahontas's friend. So Nakoma was previously a floating head, and she's done now. So let's see, I put in 162 stitches to finish her, and it has 16,090 stitches in it right now. It's at 6.26%. Well, from when I started calculating, it has 6.2%, 6.26%, and it has 240,769 stitches left. So for my 500 stitch goal, I have 338 stitches left to do to finish the Whip Go goal. This is Christmas Advent Calendar. I forgot the title. By Doreen Jones. I'm doing this on Maldives by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. This is day number 9. This is the fabric I was using for Fucking Sunshine that I UFO'd. So this is what I have right here. This is 44 high by 25 wide. It has 1,100 stitches in it. I started it on March 13th and I worked on it for one day. I really need to work on it more. It has 126 stitches in it. It's at 11.45% done and it has 974 stitches left. This one is going to be a Christmas tree. And then the last thing I worked on is Paris by Riolis. This is the kit 14 count Ada. And I filled in a lot of the building on the left hand side. Because I wanted to work in the stitches that I had like hanging threads down here and I wanted to work those in, so I did that. I didn't work this in yet, but that's fine. That wasn't my goal. So after I did that, I decided I wanted to get to the bottom of the pattern, so I started working towards that, but I'm still doing that, so this goal is still ongoing. This is 221 high by 165 wide, and it's 36,465 stitches. I put in 593 stitches, and I have 3,593 stitches done. It's at 9.85%, and it has 32,872 stitches left. I used Paris for my savings shopping goal. That's on here already. Make sure I'm pointing to the right thing. This is a pretend you're kitting up a project so you can get a reward, which is, for me, to get a pattern off my Haid wish list. So, I have 69 skeins left from last time that I was saving up for. And I put in 400 stitches in Paris, which is a full coverage, which is what I'm using as the projects I can work on that count towards this kitting up thing. So, last time I had 69 skeins. Each skein is 100 stitches, so that's 6,900. So 6,900 minus 400. So I have 6,500 stitches left. And that equals 60. $65 skeins. Oh, this game was created by Stitchy Stitches, if I didn't say that. She's a Flosstuber. And she comes up with a lot of games to motivate herself to stitch on things, which I like to do as well, so I found this useful. So the total from last time, because on here you save up not only for the skeins, but you save up for the chart and the fabric as well, and those are also a designated number of stitches. So The total from last time was 9,600. So my new total is 9,200 stitches. So that's my savings shopping for this week. I think that's all for the whips, so I'm going to use my shaker now and pull some new whips for next week. First one is Portrait of Veronica. Number 2, Cozy Cafe. Number 3 is Museum Shelf. Number 4, Squeeze the Day. And number 5 is Group Therapy, which I believe has never been pulled this year, so that's fun. Okay, I'm gonna go clean up some stuff, get my whips, and I shall return. Alright, this is Group Therapy. This is a Dimensions kit. And this is what it looks like. I'm doing this on Veil of the Night by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. This is what I have. This is Cozy Cafe by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Doing it on April Showers by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. This is what I have. This is Squeeze the Day by Everything Cross Stitch. And it's a dishcloth. I'm doing it on 14 count white Verona. This is what I have. This is Museum Shelf. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs chart by Amy Stewart. I think this is Wicked Night or Stormy Night Lugana by Zweigart. I got it off 123 Stitch and I don't have the label anymore. It's the printed kind. And this is what I have. I started in the middle, and my goal is probably going to be to clean up those threads, or at least start. Up here somewhere, trying to make my way up to the left and then cleaning up as I go or something. This is Portrait of Veronica by Mirabilia. My fabric is Monster Mash by Picture This Plus. It's 32 count Lugana. That is what I'm going to be working on next week. So let's pull starts. Although when I was putting things in when I was pulling my whips out of my whip thing, I feel like it's getting pretty full, so we'll see if I actually start anything. But if I want to, number one will be that I can choose from. In the moment. Keep calm and stitch on. Now I'm already thinking like I want to start in the moment because I have fabric for it that I bought. Choco Dip Strawberry. Heart of a Mermaid. Well, well, well. Okay, I will get my new starts and I will come back. All right. This is In the Moment by Dimensions. This is what it's gonna look like. This is the fabric I bought for it. It's called Daydream by Fibralicious. It's 32 or 28 count Lugana. Yeah, because the kit was for 14 count, so I'm gonna do it over 2. That's what it looks like. Okay. Well, well, well is a pattern by Spruce Craft Co. And it's like a railroad crossing sign, I think. I don't know. It's got an X on it. It just says, well, 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 if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Keep Calm and Stitch On is by Bobby G Designs. I got it off everythingcrossstitch.com. Choco Dip Strawberry is by Daily Cross Stitch, and I got it off dailycrossstitch.com. I discovered that Heart of a Mermaid is actually a finish that I have. I designed it for this pattern actually. So I was part of a stitch along a few years ago, and I did it on Sweet Tea by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana, and the stitch along was by Peacock and Fig, and it was a bunch of sarcastic mermaids. And so this is what it is, but the block that is called Heart of a Mermaid is this one here that I designed myself because I didn't really like the mermaid that she had put out for this block, so I decided to change it. And so since the mermaids were all being sarcastic, I decided to write Heart of a Mermaid, Mouth of a Sailor. And then I thought, well, I designed this so I could put it on my Etsy shop, but then I had drawn it on graph paper, and I was like, I need to put it into a PDF form before I sell it, and I haven't done that. So I think I put it in my new start thing on a sheet of paper because I forgot that I had actually stitched it already. But I think I'll keep it in there as a reminder that I need to chart it and then put it up for sale. So I'm gonna pull another new start because I don't need to stitch that because I already did. So to replace that, I have pulled Crystal Symphony, which is a physical pattern that I will need to get, so I will be right back. This is Crystal Symphony. This is my third and final Mirabilia. I only have 3. I bought this fabric from Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Belfast. It's called Euphoria. And it looks like this. And I thought because she's gray, I would get a really bright fabric so that she'd stand out on it. So that is the new start stuff that I will be able to choose from if I decide to, and then I'll chart my Heart of a Mermaid so I can get that on my site because or my Etsy shop, I guess. It's not really a site. That way I can sell that. The last thing I want to show you is a fabric of the month from Fiberlicious. This is called Almost Whispers. Nope, just kidding. Amethyst Whispers. I can't read backwards on the card. This is 32 count Lugana. So that is all that I have for today. So I think I need to clean up and I need to do some housework and get some stitching done. So Thank you everybody for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.